Hello everyone, and welcome to One Shot Wednesday. Today we're going to be playing a game called Monster Loves You. I bought this game sheerly for the fact that I thought it would be cute and relaxing. So let's try it out. And as always, I hope you're doing well today. Help me begin your story. How does it go again? Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters called the Wow Mist. That's right, long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest, was the monster village of Omen. You were born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for, of course, words and thoughts. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of helping the sick and soothing the willful, outsmarting everyone else, speaking true when others lie. Let's help the sick and soothe the willful. Your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of its vat of green slime. It's time to be born. Okay. Be born. You awaken in the searing season, when the sun shines strongly overhead. Onward. Your eyes open. You're a morsel, just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing and stealing food from each other. We can try to swim or just float a little longer. Let's just float a little longer. You close your eye and breathe for a while. You are at peace. As long as you live, you will always remember this one moment of perfect, transcendent calm. Let's abandon the world within and engage the world beyond. You open your eye again and smile with a new formed mouth. There are many other morsels here. Perhaps they will be your friends. Another morsel swims towards you. It opens its mouth to show a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. I swim away from the toothy morsel. What? This is intolerable. Stop that biting. Do we want to be a fraidy cat? Or do we want to stand up for ourselves? Let's stand up for ourselves. You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again. Oh, I'm not going to kill it. Let's resist it. You push away the hungry morsel with your little arms, but it circles around you and tries to bite you again. Your legs grow stronger as you kick and shove. You will not be food. Refuse to be anyone's first meal, or last meal for that matter. You climb on top of the other morsel and force it to the bottom of the spawning vat. It starts to break up into pieces as it struggles. Oh, let's just let it go. You release the morsel, violent no longer. It will have to grow a new mouth to replace the one it lost. Such is the fate of those who oppose you. I think I was merciful. Splash, flutter, splish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking towards the bottom of the spawning vat. Oh no, that's terrible. You feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsel's impending demise. If only you could do something about it. Well, yeah, let's do something about it. You swim to the morsel, determined to act. We can get under the morsel and push it up. We're trying to think of something. Let's take action. As you push up, the morsel's dead weight forces you down. Your legs come to rest against the bottom of the spawning vat, where they begin to squish. Keep pushing. Your feet are breaking up among the solid clumps on the floor of the vat. We're still not giving up. Your legs are gone now, but you stretch your arms and body, changing your slimy shape to hold the other morsel up to the surface of the slime. Morsel out of danger? Yes. Don't grieve, it's logical. The needs of any one monster are important. Your body dissolves as you push one last time. The other morsel breaks apart, as any other. Oh. The two dissolving morsels reach for each other. They come together in a single mass, a new morsel. You two are, as and always, will be one. Oh. You have grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. Any advice? You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? Indeed, to the brood cave and adventure. Okay, so you see we have all these little traits here, and I've already gotten notches on them in the spawning pool for being so brave and kind. Choose your adventure. We only get to pick them by the picture. Spiders are yucky. I don't know what that is. There's like a drumming monster here. That's pretty cute. It's a person, rocks. Let's pick the little drummer. You follow a thudding noise and find Sickle and Lapper hitting animal skulls with sticks. Nash Gash stands to one side, judging their performance. We can join the contest as a musician or as a judge. Let's be a musician. Nash Gash walks this way and that, watching as you take your position behind the skull of a bear. You think she's looking for weakness. We can play with care and skill, or who cares about skill? Play from the heart. Let's play from the heart. Oh, you drum as hard as you possibly can. Your sticks break and the skull shatters. Lapper and Sickle yelp in pain, but Nash Gash likes it. Keep drumming with broken sticks, or stop drumming and accept your victory. Let's accept our victory. Sickle claps you on the back while Nash, it says Nash, I guess, chases Lapper away. You notice that Sickle broke one of her sticks too, but Lapper didn't break any. What should we do now? Let's do the one with the chicken leg. Hamrag, an older monster, brings a big sack full of squirming rats into the cave. As he heads for the spawning vat, he trips and all the rats spill out onto the floor. Well, the rats are food. I don't want my monsters to starve, right? So I'm not going to help the rats. Let's help Hamrag. You race this way and that, catching rats and tossing them into Hamrag's back. He pats you on the back. Let's accept his praise. Hamrag says, "Nicely done. You could have just eaten them, but you saved them for everyone. You might be worth raising after all." Hamrag gives you an extra rat to eat. Oh, how nice. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do this one with the happy guy. Nash Nash and Gobclaws are racing to the ceiling of the cave. They've already climbed way up when Gobclaws invites you to join them. You don't see a good way up though. Look at the paths they took and copy them. Just face up to it. Admit you aren't much of a climber. Make a fair effort, but stop before you get hurt. Let's do the bottom one. You follow Nash Nash's claw marks, but can't match her skill at climbing. She calls you a coward as you slide back down to the cave floor, but you don't care. I like the little stuff in here. There's just like a little slide thing. There's like all kinds of stuff in here. Big pile of goop with eyeballs. That's kind of gross. What are we going to do now? Let's do the one with the human on it. Some monsterlings gather at the cave entrance to watch the sunrise. Suddenly, a tall figure appears from the bushes. Its shadow stretches towards you like a knife. What is it? It's so big, bigger than 6 monsterlings, and so tall and thin, walking on 2 legs. Blistery squeaks, "It's a human!" Oh no! Most of the monsterlings flee into the cave, but Weemy trips and his ankle goes crack. The tall creature starts at the sound, then walks towards you with long strides. We need to help Weemy. You stand over Weemy. He's small enough to carry, but there might not be time. The quick footsteps are getting closer and the shadow is upon you. We gotta pick up Weemy and carry him inside. You made it. The footsteps come closer. And a tall, skinny elder comes into the cave. Old Thaldris looks more like a stork than a human, now that she doesn't have the sun behind her. Tell everyone how scared you were, or laugh it off. Let's laugh it off. You are halfway towards leaving, becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can. Okay. Let's look at our little traits. We don't have any ferocity. We have a lot of kindness and bravery. That's adventure. I don't really want to be ferocious though. Let's do this scary looking one. Nash tumbles into you screaming and chased by a sickle who is also screaming. Stick your head under another monsterling for some peace and quiet. What's all this then? Nash and Sickle are trying to make each other's ears bleed by screaming. Sickle is winning and Nash is running. Let's protect Nash. Oh, let's just ask them to stop. Oh no. I'm the common foe. Okay, that was a good one. I didn't pick a good thing. I have no idea what this is. Elder Jaggery walks into the cave, rocking from foot to foot. He howls and slams into the wall and then falls unmoving to the floor. Monsterlings scatter away from his still form. Someone's gotta help him do it. You creep over, afraid but determined, and see a human's metal knife stuck in Jaggery's back. He's leaking from the wound. You think he might die before you can help. Let's pull out the knife. You grasp the knife in your little claws and pull, then rock it back and forth and pull some more. A gush of red covers you, but Jaggery starts to breathe normally. Oh, that was scary. We have 2 days left. Let's do this one. You notice a puddle of glowing slime at the back of the cave. It pulses like a heartbeat. Bots shoves you towards it, daring you to eat it. Don't be a human baby. Bot should have this. Indeed, but how? Tell Blotz he can eat it himself. You snort at Blotz, refusing to take at the bait. He frowns but looks thoughtful. It's scary, isn't it? The way it shudders after a while the slime evaporates. Or did it crawl away while you weren't looking? Oh. Only 1 more day left. Should we be brave and pick the spider? Or should we pick something else? Let's pick this one. 3 gangly adolescent monsters wander into the cave and start poking Gobclaws with sticks. She tries to get away, but they surround her. Blistery starts to cry. Blistery's such a know-it-all. Who cares about a few bullies? Now let's get involved. You approach the conflict. No way you can fight them all. Convince them to leave with words. Oh yeah, keep your sticks. Taste these claws. Hey, pick on some on your own size. Or didn't you know the oldest monster's visiting the spawning vat today? The bullies mosey out of the cave. Blistery whispers thank you. Oh, it looks like we gotta do another one. Oh my, you wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up. Wow. Elder Marinus calls the oldest monsterlings to gather in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. Let's go. Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that among dozens of forking passages. Keep going. Marinus stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seethes with a thick mist. Let's go. You fall and fall some more. And you're falling, and other monsterlings are falling. Yes, some of them are crying, and you can't see through the mist. Or is it fog? Maybe clouds? Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? It must be somewhere. You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling. Let's try to cushion their falls. Oof. You don't see who you helped. Whoever it is rolls away into the thick fog without a word. Gratitude is not important. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic. Others look determined. She takes charge. The other monsterlings watch you, curious. Let's help everyone work together. You lead the other monsterlings in a rousing song. Putting aside their trepidation, they advance into the twisting passages. Soon you have all convened in a cave full of even thicker mist. Where is everyone? We can't see each other. The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor, except it's not any of those things. It's ghosts. Hundreds of them, large and small. They're everywhere. Spooky. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. Let's stand fast. The ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. They ask you, do you fear? Wait and say nothing. The ghosts stare into and through you, as though you're the one made of mist. One sharp voice speaks from behind you. Why are you here? Lecture the ghost. You take a deep breath and begin to explain how monsterlings make the change into adolescent monsters. Stress is like heat, cooking our minds and bodies so they can enter a new state of being. Continue to explain things. First, our growing bodies must be destabilized so we can take on our more diverse forms, and then we must... I'm sorry, I forgot what I was... Okay. Here's how our monsterling is. End of monsterlinghood. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. Let's start living as an adolescent monster. Oh, look at us. We're so funny. I wish we could touch things in our house. We made out of coffee cans, these pipes. There's like spiny pickles and eggs in jars. Lots of weird goo everywhere. A t-shirt from the people who made the game. Like a little Chinese food box next to a bowling ball. Okay, let's enter the big bad world. adventure in town. Oh. This one has teeth on it. That's weird. As you're walking down the street, you feel a stinging sensation. Something just bit your foot. Let's get it off. When you look down, you see a small pile of human teeth in a small wire mesh bag. Some monster must have dropped them. Let's help find the owner. You visit Mopsy Morrill, who agrees to publish a found ad in the Omen Harbinger. If you want, she says I can do a feature on how honest you were today too. Give all the teeth back and skip the feature. When he sees the ad in the paper, Hamright comes and gets his teeth back. You don't step up and take credit, but Mopsy whispers something to Hamright, who looks at you with dawning respect. Let's do that one. Mopsy Morrill slithers up to you and says, I wonder if you can confirm a rumor for me. Mopsy Morrill? Mushroom? Who? Talk to Mopsy, sure. Hamright was baking a special 6 pork pie made from 6 kinds of pig, a delicacy. What's so delicate about 6 pigs? Ask her to get to the point. The pie was cooling on a windowsill and vanished. Your friend Nash was seen nearby just before, but not after the vanishing. What do you think about this? Not much. Mopsy can see that you don't know anything, or at least that you don't care. She leaves you in peace. I'm not gonna make up stories for pie thieves. You sniff the air. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Could that be frosting? Blotz greets you and Nash with a fluffy pink cake. Nash says, Blotz says he stole this from a human child. How do you 3 share it? What's frosting? It's a human cake. Humans do a lot of things. Sometimes they talk all day, and sometimes they draw circles and cut them up with chalk. So odd, those humans. Figured this out using geometry. While you scratch out different percentages using dirt and sticks, Nash and Blotz eat the cake, leaving you with nothing. That's okay. Ooh, 3-eyed goat. You hear a bleeding sound from inside the scapegoat's pit. Is it the scapegoat? Of course it is. Bleeding is what goats do. We'll get it. The scapegoat walks out of its pit, looks around, and bleats again. Nash says, it wants to fight. Let's give it one. See what's really bothering the goat. The scapegoat stares at you as you approach it. It bleats again, looking into the pit. You see that there's no food anywhere. Nash shoves you aside and says, I said, let's give it a fight. Let's defend the goat. The scapegoat seems relieved when you step between it and Nash. Nash says, okay, I'll fight you instead, but then she always does. Let's give Nash a good tussle. You and Nash roll in the dirt, kicking up dust and scattering mud and slime everywhere. Soon you're exhausted. What of the goat? The scapegoat has retreated back into its pit, where some other monsters are feeding it. It came up because it was out of food. Isn't that thing on a tether? When the scapegoat gets hungry enough, it will chew apart its rope so it can forage for food. The others call the system chomps and balances. Silly scapegoat. Let's look at this junk. Blistery dumps a double armload of objects on the ground. I found these in the woods. Nash grabs one. piece of yellow metal and licks it. Lick something. How bad can it be? It's pretty bad. The muddy cog you just licked tastes like rust and mold. Not the delicious kind of mold either. The horrible sour kind. Pretend it's delicious. Oh, who cares? It's fine. In no time you have half a dozen other monsters rolling on the ground, clutching their tongues in their claws and groaning at the awful flavor. I gotta do some mean stuff sometimes. Some of your victims try to get up to punish you, but they're still confused from the bad taste in their mouths. You escape with your hide intact. Okay. Something smells good. You and Gobclaws find a trail of feathers at the edge of town. Following, you find an eagle with a bleeding wing. Excuse me. For several hungry monsters, possibly. For two small ones, maybe not. This eagle is big and hurt or not. He could probably mess you up pretty bad. Let's get help from the eagle. You leave Gobclaws to guard the eagle and run to the spine doctor. She brings bandages and a soothing salve to help the spine doctor. The spine doctor works quickly, and soon the bird can fly again. The doctor says he will need to rest for some time as soon as he returns to his nest. Blotz waddles over to you. I'm all out of snacks. Got any to spare? Let's regard Glotz. Glotz is tiny. In the right light, one can easily mistake him for a squirrel. His neck is especially flexible from looking over his shoulders so much. He's Nash's best friend, which means she constantly attacks him. Let's give Glotz a snack. He's so small. Glotz grins. That's great. Thanks so much. He waddles away, munching on a bitter beetle. Seems like the last one we're gonna do. You're not sure exactly how, but the conversation in Portland Square has turned into a bragging contest. Suddenly everyone looks at you, waiting. Let someone else go. Oh. Varric looks around and raises one claw, then points at you. I'm the sneakiest monster around. I'm so sneaky I stole your turn. It's too late. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth and you have become an adult. You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. Trying to sleep here. They surround you and hold you down, not ungently, until you stop struggling. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Get on, getting on. The monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. Wait patiently. After a while, the muttering stops, though the murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the assembled monsters come to a decision. The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Let's do my part. The other monsters hold you. Excuse me. Get a drink. The other monsters hold you in some respect. 10 out of a possible 100 points. Good for them. It's immediately clear to the crowd what kind of monster you are. That you are very kind for a monster. The crowd shoves 2 monsterlings into the circle, each with a broken arm. An elder asks you to take care of them. Let's tend to their wounds. Gently. Yes. You croon and pet the monsterlings until they grow drowsy, then splint their damaged limbs in silence. They leave quietly, feeling much better. Everyone cheers. Okay, so since our kindness is so high, we could do that. We rolled some dice. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young. We can politic with monsters. We can explore the wild mist. Let's explore. There's blood there. Oh. You stalk the forest hunting an elusive swift elk. Suddenly it emerges from the underbrush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge. My ferocity isn't very high, so I feel like it matters now. Let's run away. Oh, my bravery went down. Okay. Let's do this one. You and Gobclaws come across an ant and a grasshopper, both locked in a mortal combat. Each is biting the other's back leg. Let's get involved. As you reach for the bugs, Gobclaws holds you back. Isn't there a legend about bugs and meat? Maybe we should be careful. Silly Gobclaws. Accept his advice. You hang back and watch the tiny fight. Gobclaws praises you for listening to her. My bravery went down, though. Should we politic? Chicken. Gobclaws and you were arguing about what to have for lunch. She got big last time. Suddenly your favorite food flies down from the sky and perches within arm's reach. The magpie chirps. Have either of you seen a cornfield around here? Your stomach growls. It's tough, but up the bird. Through gritted teeth and a sheen of sweat, you coolly tell the bird where to find a human cornfield. After it flies off, Gobclaws asks you why you did that. Explain that one should help anyone who asks, so the favor might be passed along. She nods at you. Sage thought someday I might need help and that magpie could give it. But we still need to get a real meal. This one has a snake, a little jumpy guy. Monsters are gathering around the skull pole. They invite you to dance with them. Dance. The only problem is you've never done the skull dance, and now everyone is watching you. Begin to dance. You move closer to the skull pole. Let's try to show some respect to the skulls. You dance slowly and somberly, not quite sure what to do, but doing it with dignity. When the monsters finish, all other monsters howl with approval. Like a group of friends. Balfog and Great Mitten are arguing in the street over a cat. They both want kitty croquets for lunch. Sounds yummy, what's the problem? Balfog says he caught the cat, but Great Mitten says it was in his larder before it got out. Both monsters turn to you as a neutral party to decide. Finders, eaters. Let's try to make everyone happy. Balfog holds the cat close, stroking it absently. The cat mews and rubs its head against his, chitinous gripper. Let's see if they can share. You're able to persuade Balfrog to give Gritmitten the cat's tail, so that's something. Gritmitten thanks you for your intercession. This is a rather cute game, don't you think? I think we're gonna give it a stop today, though. Thanks for joining me. Let me know if you like this game. I could possibly do more videos over it in the future. If you really liked it, you can give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I would really love you to subscribe. My group of little followers is getting bigger every day. And it makes me feel great. I appreciate every one of you. And thanks for watching my video. Have a great day. Bye.